Here is something most people never question, even though it quietly shapes how their body ages. After 60, we are told that movement is the solution. Walk more, stay active, keep moving. The assumption is simple. If you keep moving, your body will stay strong. But in reality, many people over 60 are moving every day and still getting weaker, slower, and more unstable. They walk regularly, they stay busy, yet stairs feel harder. Standing up takes longer. Balance becomes uncertain. This is not because they are lazy or doing nothing. It is because the body does not age the way we think it does. In Okinawa, Japan, there is a population that has puzzled scientists for decades. These islands have one of the highest concentrations of people over 100 years old anywhere on Earth. Researchers expected to find intense physical routines or secret longevity exercises. Instead, they found something unexpected. Many of these elders never followed what we would call an exercise program. They did not run. They did not lift weights. They did not count steps. Yet they could still squat, stand, reach, and balance well into very old age. What they were preserving was not movement volume, but something far more important. As the body ages, the first thing to decline is not strength in the way we usually define it. It is not about how much weight you can lift or how far you can walk. The earliest loss happens in control. Small, stabilizing muscles weaken. Nerve signals slow. The body's ability to hold itself steady under load begins to fade. This is why falls become more common even in people who walk daily. Walking moves the body forward, but it does not train the body to resist collapse, hesitation, or sudden shifts in balance. Japanese researchers noticed something different in long-living populations. These elders spent a great deal of time holding positions, sitting low, standing still, pausing between movements, maintaining posture under tension. These were not stretches in the Western sense, and they were not workouts either. They were positions held long enough for the body to adapt. This type of training has a name in modern science: isometric loading. Isometric work means the muscle is active without changing length. There is no visible movement, no repetition, just tension held over time. When you hold a position, your muscles remain engaged continuously. Your nervous system stays alert. Your stabilizers are forced to cooperate. This creates what researchers call functional strength, the kind that keeps you upright when you shift your weight, step down, or recover from a stumble. A large analysis published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine examined thousands of adults and compared different forms of exercise. One of the most consistent findings was that isometric work produced disproportionately large benefits for blood pressure, muscular control, and joint stability. In some cases, static holds reduced blood pressure more effectively than aerobic activity. But the more important finding for aging bodies was how isometrics improved coordination between muscles and nerves. Kyoto University researchers studied older adults performing simple isometric holds and compared them to groups performing dynamic exercises. They found that time under tension was a stronger predictor of improved balance and stability than total movement time. In other words, holding a position for 60 seconds could be more valuable than moving for several minutes. This helps explain why some people stay active yet still feel unstable. Their muscles move, but they are rarely asked to hold. The aging process reduces fast response fibers and weakens deep stabilizers first. These muscles do not activate strongly during casual movement. They activate when the body must resist gravity, maintain posture, or stay still under load. This is why holding positions becomes so important after 60. Without this type of stimulus, the body loses its internal scaffolding. Japanese longevity researchers describe this as maintaining internal support. The idea is simple. If the body can hold itself, it can move safely. If it cannot hold itself, movement becomes risky. Walking without this internal support becomes less protective with age. It may improve circulation, but it does not rebuild the systems that prevent collapse. Another key difference is breathing. Many traditional Japanese holding practices are paired with slow, controlled breathing. This is not accidental. Holding tension while breathing slowly trains the nervous system to remain calm under physical load. This directly affects balance and reaction speed. When breathing is shallow or rushed, the body stiffens. When breathing is slow and controlled, the body becomes more coordinated. Over time, this retrains how the nervous system responds to stress and instability. This is why Japanese elders often appear calm and steady even when performing physically demanding tasks. Their bodies have learned to stay organized under tension. They do not rely on momentum. They rely on control. The problem with most modern fitness advice is that it assumes more movement is always better. But aging does not respond linearly to movement volume. Past a certain point, the body needs precision rather than quantity. It needs positions that rebuild confidence in standing, sitting, and transitioning. These are the moments when falls occur, not while walking in a straight line, but while standing up, turning, reaching, or losing balance briefly. This is where a single, well-chosen isometric position can outperform dozens of steps or repetitions. It targets the exact systems that fail first with age. It rebuilds the connection between muscles and nerves. It strengthens joints without impact. And it does so quietly, without fatigue or strain. In the next part, we will focus on one specific Japanese isometric hold. It is simple. It requires no equipment, and it directly trains the muscles and reflexes responsible for standing up, staying upright, and recovering balance. This single position has been studied extensively and is still used today in Japanese clinics to restore stability in older adults. Before learning the movement itself, it is important to understand this shift in thinking. Aging well is not about moving more. It is about holding better. When the body relearns how to hold itself, movement becomes safer again. That is the foundation the Japanese have preserved for generations. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a powerful yet simple exercise that's been gaining a lot of attention, especially for those of us looking to stay strong and healthy as we age. It's a Japanese secret to building lower body strength and improving stability. And you can do it right in your own home with just a wall. So, what is this amazing exercise? It's a variation of the classic wall sit, but with a few key tweaks that make it incredibly effective. It's designed to strengthen your quads, glutes, and core muscles, all of which are crucial for maintaining balance, mobility, and independence as we get older. Losing muscle mass is a natural part of aging, but exercises like this can dramatically slow down that process. Think about it. How often do you get up from a chair, climb stairs, or just walk around? All of these everyday movements rely on strong legs. When these muscles weaken, we become more prone to falls, which can lead to serious injuries. This Japanese wall sit is like an insurance policy for your mobility. It builds the foundational strength you need to move with confidence and reduce your risk of accidents. Ready to try it? It's super simple. Find a flat, sturdy wall. Stand with your back against it, and place your feet about shoulder width apart, a couple of feet away from the wall. Now, slowly slide your back down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, as if you're sitting in an invisible chair. Make sure your knees are directly above your ankles, forming a 90-degree angle. Don't let your knees go past your toes. Here's the Japanese twist that makes it so beneficial. While you're in the sit, press your lower back firmly into the wall. This engages your core and protects your spine. Now, place your hands on your thighs and gently push down. This little bit of added resistance really fires up your quadriceps. It's not about pushing hard, just a steady, light pressure. Your goal is to hold this position. If you're a beginner, start with just 20 or 30 seconds. It might feel shaky at first, and that's totally normal. It means your muscles are working. As you get stronger, try to increase your time. Aim for a minute, then maybe even 2. The key is consistency. Try doing this a few times a week. You'll be amazed at how quickly you notice a difference in your leg strength and overall stability. The benefits go beyond just fall prevention. Stronger leg muscles also support your joints, which can help alleviate knee and hip pain. Plus, it's a great low-impact exercise, meaning it's gentle on your joints, making it perfect for people of all fitness levels, especially if you're dealing with arthritis or other joint issues. And because it gets your heart rate up, it's also good for your cardiovascular health. So, instead of seeing exercise as a chore, think of this simple wall sit as a daily investment in your future self. A few minutes a day can lead to years of improved quality of life, more freedom, and the ability to keep doing the things you love. It's about empowering yourself to age gracefully and strongly. Give this Japanese wall sit a try today, and let me know how it goes in the comments below. How long could you hold it for? I'd love to hear about your progress. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and active at any age. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What makes this approach powerful is not the hold itself, but how it quietly rewires daily movement. Most people think exercises work only while you are doing them. Japanese longevity research shows something different. The real value appears in the hours after, when the body moves through ordinary tasks with more organization and less hesitation. When the legs regularly experience controlled tension, standing up becomes smoother. The body no longer rushes through transitions. Weight shifts distribute evenly instead of collapsing into the knees or lower back. This is why elders who practice static holds often look calm when they move. Their bodies are no longer guessing how to respond. Walking changes as well, even though walking is not trained directly here. The stride becomes more stable because the hips and thighs are sharing load properly. Ankles respond faster to uneven ground. Small balance corrections happen before the brain needs to intervene consciously. This is the difference between reacting late and never needing to react at all. Researchers describe this as anticipatory control. The body predicts instability and adjusts automatically. This is one of the first abilities lost with age and one of the hardest to rebuild with movement alone. Static holds rebuild it because the nervous system stays engaged for extended periods without distraction. Another important effect appears in breathing patterns. When people practice controlled breathing under tension, they stop holding their breath during effort. Breath holding is common during standing up, climbing stairs, or lifting objects, especially in older adults. This spikes blood pressure and increases stiffness. Over time, the body associates effort with stress. By pairing effort with slow breathing, the association reverses. The body learns that effort can remain calm. This reduces unnecessary muscle tension and improves coordination. Many people notice that daily tasks feel less tiring even though they are not training endurance in the traditional sense. The psychological effect is equally important. Falls often follow fear. Fear causes hesitation. Hesitation disrupts timing. Static holds rebuild confidence without forcing movement. The body experiences strength without risk. Confidence returns quietly. Movement becomes fluid again. Japanese clinicians often explain this using a simple idea. Before the body moves well, it must feel safe holding itself. Safety comes before speed. This is why isometric systems are often introduced before dynamic exercise in older populations. Once the holding capacity is restored, movement layers on naturally. This is also why these practices remain sustainable. They do not exhaust the body. They do not require recovery days. They fit into daily life rather than competing with it. Consistency becomes effortless because the practice does not feel like a workout. It feels like maintenance. Over months, these small daily holds accumulate. Muscle fibers regain endurance. Tendons stiffen slightly, improving joint stability. Neural pathways strengthen. The body becomes quieter and more efficient. These changes are subtle, but they compound. It is important to understand that this system is not about doing more. It is about doing enough of the right thing. One well-chosen position practiced daily can outperform multiple exercises done occasionally. Longevity research consistently supports this principle. Many people ask when they should practice this hold. There is no perfect time. Morning builds readiness. Evening restores alignment. What matters most is repetition. The body responds to frequency, not intensity. It is also normal for the legs to shake slightly during the hold. This is not weakness. It is the nervous system learning to coordinate under load. Shaking decreases as control improves. Pain, however, is not expected. Discomfort from effort is acceptable. Joint pain is not. The position should always feel controlled and stable. As this hold becomes familiar, people often notice improved awareness in other positions. Standing in line feels easier. Waiting at a counter no longer creates subtle fatigue. These moments matter. They are where independence is preserved. This is why Japanese elders do not separate exercise from life. Movement and stillness blend together. Strength is not something you turn on and off. It is something you maintain quietly. If this approach challenges what you have been taught, that is a good sign. Longevity science often contradicts performance culture. Aging bodies do not need to be pushed harder. They need to be supported more intelligently. This single isometric practice represents a broader philosophy. Control before speed. Stability before volume. Calm before effort. These principles scale across decades. If this video helped clarify a different way to think about strength and aging, you can support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. Future videos will continue exploring Japanese systems that protect mobility and independence over time. The body does not fail suddenly. It fades quietly, and it rebuilds the same way. One steady signal at a time.